As far as Moses is concerned, I've already told you that a reference has to be found, cross-reference, in the Old Testament before we begin to believe in this anecdote. Also, this has to be supported by other apostles, and of this we have no other evidence at all. This is a solitary statement in which I am quite certain things have been added later on.
Thank you.
Yes, miss?
हज़ूर अस्सलाम वालेकुम रहमतुल्लाह। हज़ूर मैं आपसे एक बात पूछना चाह रहा हूँ कि हज़रत मसीह मौला इस्लाम के ज़माने में एक मुबाले के लिए वो कोई हुआ था मेहर अली गोलड़ी साहब के साथ, उसके बारे में कुछ मतलब
long story. You better read about it. Tofa Goldiya is a booklet written by Hazrat Masih Maud himself. Why don't you read it?
हज़ूर वो मुझे मिल नहीं सकी कहीं से।
To find out.
थोड़ी बहुत
No.
Okay.
You better read it in the Ahmadiyya literature, in Ahmadiyya history, everywhere. It's a long story. I mean, it has to be told in detail, otherwise it would be meaningless.
Okay. और दूसरी बात उजाला,
and this is important because nowadays in England and in Germany and in some other parts of Europe there are migrants from Pakistan, either visitors or immigrants,
yes,
who follow Peer Goldiya Sharif Sahib, and they make very tall claims about the grand victory of their Peer Sahib over Hazrat Masih Maud Wasalam. So what was the real fact, what actually happened, has to be studied. I mean, this otherwise nobody can be convinced just by my saying a few words. You have to go into the detail, find out the facts, references of the books and everything, and then you will be able to cope with the situation.
हज़ूर दूसरा क्वेश्चन जो है वो उजाला इमाम में से है। हज़रत मसीह मौला इस्लाम फरमाते हैं रसूल अकरम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की एक हदीस के बारे में जो अज़वाज मुताहरात के बारे में है कि हम में से सबसे पहले वो फौत होगी।
क्या? आप
में से सबसे पहले वो फौत होगी जिसके हाथ लंबे होंगे। तो हज़ूर वहाँ फरमाते हैं कि यानी वही ने रसूल अकरम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम को इसकी सही खबर नहीं दी थी, उसके बारे में हज़ूर ने लिखा हुआ है। ये मेरे दोस्त जो मेरे साथ आए हुए हैं सुनने के लिए महफिल, इनका ये है कि जमात अहमदिया का ये उसूल के किसी बात के बारे में जो है ना वो कुछ निज़म रखना चाहिए, मतलब क्या करना चाहिए कि उसके बारे में अच्छी बात रखनी चाहिए ज़हन में। तो कहते हैं कि हज़ूर को यहाँ लिखना चाहिए था कि रसूल अकरम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम को तो पता था असल में क्या बात है इसका, लेकिन उन्होंने किसी मसले के
wrong. How can Hazrat Masih Maud Wasalam or any Ahmadi for that matter make a positive misstatement about the facts? The point which Masih Maud Wasalam is proving is that it is only Allah who is all-knowing, and no prophet, however high his status be, however lofty his position be, can share complete knowledge with Allah. And this is this incident illustrates this point. It so happens sometimes that even the prophets who have been revealed something by Allah do not fully understand the true meaning of that revelation, and sometimes they misconstrue the meaning, and that does not show a conscious error on their part. So this is no crime. This only shows the human part in them and human limitations as against God. And he illustrates this point with this incident and proves the point by telling us that although Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was the recipient of this revelation from Allah, which told him that that wife who has the longest arms, would meet him first after his death. And in his presence, the wives started measuring their hands as against each other. And he did not rectify this. Now this is an accepted principle by all the scholars of Islam, that if something is carried out in the presence of Hazrat Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and it is done wrongly, and Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam does not rectify, then the claim that it was done wrongly would automatically fall. It is impossible, that is to say,
Yes.
that something is acting wrongly in the presence of Hazur Akram Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and he does not rectify that act. It is called Hadith-e-Taqriri. This is the term used for this, where Hazur has not spoken a word, but something is done in his presence and approved by silence, by not rejecting it. So if he had known that it does not mean this and means that, he should have immediately stopped the wives to do this, to enter into this futile exercise. Secondly, apart from this, there are so many other occasions, not many but a few other occasions, the most important among them, that of Sulh Hudaybiyah, or the incident of Hudaybiyah, which positively indicate that the revelation of God had some curtains about them. They were not meant to be fully understood by Allah. So they were not understood. No human error is involved in this case.
Yes.
Only there is a sort of curtain hanging over a prediction which is designed. Allah gives a prediction but does not want it to be understood clearly, because some other things are to be achieved because of this error. And a prophet is permitted to indulge in that obvious error for certain design and for certain goal. When Hazrat Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was shown that he is performing Umrah and Hajj, he interpreted it to be the Umrah and Hajj of that year.
Yes.
Now this was a designed misinterpretation, ordained misinterpretation, because had he not acted accordingly later on and gone for Umrah, we would have been deprived of the great lessons we learned from Sulh Hudaybiyah, and also the great victory of Islam, with the seed of which was sowed in that incident. But again, that also shows and establishes the fact that the prophets, although as compared to the rest of the people of the world, they hold a very high station in the sight of Allah, yet at times either they themselves misunderstand a tradition, a revelation, or sometimes it is so designed by God that they should not understand the true message of that revelation for a while. So this is what Hazrat Masih Maud is attempting to establish, and he has established, as we have.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, दुआ क्लियर है सर.
Hazur, I have two questions. I don't know whether you allow me or not. I'll ask one first.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We know for sure, sir, if in the 14th century Hazrat Masih Maud had not come, the true meaning of the Holy Quran would not have been revealed to us the way they are. In that context, sir,
you shouldn't make such a categorical statement in a way that would also have retrospective effect. The true meaning of the Holy Quran was best revealed to the Prophet who was the recipient of the Holy Quran, and it was also revealed, the true meaning, to the people of the time, and later on many a pious holy man was born in the world of Islam who was shown the true meaning of the Holy Quran. This is, as we see it, in the perspective of the Islamic history. To categorically declare that if Hazrat Masih Maud had not come,